problems in our world today is human trafficking, and particularly the trafficking of children.
Human trafficking, particularly the trafficking of children, is one of the most disturbing issues facing the world today. Eradicating this crime begins with awareness, and for years, whispers and allegations have swirled around the entertainment industry, pointing to a dark underbelly of power, blackmail, and exploitation. At the center of these accusations is Sean "Diddy" Combs, a music mogul whose name has become synonymous with controversy. But this story isn't just about Diddy. It's about a larger machine, an intricate web of industry elites, billionaires, and shadowy figures who allegedly orchestrate and protect these operations from behind the scenes. Among those trying to expose this network is Mel Gibson, an Oscar-winning actor who has risked his reputation and safety to speak out. For over a decade, Gibson has been labeled everything from unstable to dangerous by a media seemingly intent on discrediting him. Yet his warnings about child trafficking and systemic abuse in Hollywood are starting to align with emerging lawsuits, leaked videos, and insider testimonies that suggest a far-reaching conspiracy. Gibson's involvement goes beyond mere rhetoric. He's been directly tied to efforts to combat trafficking, most notably through his work on the film Sound of Freedom, a project based on the life of Tim Ballard, a former DHS agent who founded Operation Underground Railroad to fight child trafficking. According to Ballard, Gibson played a pivotal role behind the scenes, helping edit the final version of the film and providing critical intelligence that led to a rescue mission in Ukraine. In 2022, amid the chaos of war, Gibson shared information about children vulnerable to traffickers, sparking a joint operation involving Operation Underground Railroad, Aerial Recovery Group, and the Nazarini Fund. This mission dismantled a pedophile ring overseas, saving numerous children. Ballard has called Gibson a personal hero, emphasizing the actor's courage in putting himself at risk to protect the vulnerable. But why would Gibson, a man who has faced relentless backlash, take such a stand? The answer lies in what he's witnessed in Hollywood, an industry where power and predation often go hand in hand. The accusations don't stop with Gibson's warnings. Diddy, a central figure in the music industry, has been hit with multiple lawsuits alleging horrific acts, including the trafficking and assault of minors. These legal battles paint a picture of a man who, while a public-facing icon, may be a cog in a much larger machine. Insiders like Jaguar Wright, a former R&B singer, have been vocal about this for years. On Piers Morgan's Uncensored, Wright claimed Diddy is shielded by powerful figures in the industry, naming music executives like Clive Davis and Lucian Grange as key players. She suggested Diddy was groomed to maintain control over young talent, citing his mentorship of artists like Usher and Justin Bieber as examples of his influence. Wright's allegations go further, implicating a network of gatekeepers who have been in the game for decades, using their power to exploit and silence. Suge Knight, the infamous co-founder of Death Row Records, has echoed these claims. In an interview with Chris Cuomo, Knight alleged that Interscope Records employed someone whose sole job was to procure underage girls for artists and staff. He went as far as to claim Diddy's empire was built with the backing of powerful figures, including a man allegedly released from prison through connections tied to former President Obama. These accusations point to a system where money, influence, and access create a culture of impunity. Knight's statements, combined with Wright's, suggest Diddy isn't the mastermind but a well-protected player in a game orchestrated by those higher up the chain. The allegations surrounding Diddy take a darker turn with resurfaced videos and disturbing anecdotes. In one clip, Diddy casually mentions owning a private island he calls Love Island, a place he allegedly uses to take people off the grid. The implications are chilling, especially when paired with claims from neighbors near his Los Angeles mansion. One neighbor reported seeing buses arriving at Diddy's home at 3 a.m. carrying what appeared to be minors. These accounts align with a lawsuit accusing Diddy of assaulting a 13-year-old girl at a party, with 2 other celebrities allegedly present. The lawsuit, filed by attorney Tony Busby, claims this was part of a systematic trafficking ring with demands for federal charges. The plaintiff's anonymity and sealed evidence have only fueled speculation about the scope of Diddy's alleged crimes. The music itself offers clues, too. In 1997, Diddy and the Notorious B.I.G. released a song called What's Beef?, containing lyrics that in hindsight, are deeply unsettling. My expletive kidnap kids, expletive in the expletive, and throw 'em over the bridge. Diddy's audible presence in the track's background raises questions about his complicity. These lyrics, once dismissed as provocative bravado, now feel like a glimpse into a darker reality. The allegations extend to Kim Porter, Diddy's former partner and the mother of his children. According to sources, Porter discovered compromising tapes in Diddy's possession, not music, but videos allegedly depicting illicit acts involving minors at his infamous after-parties. She reportedly made copies as leverage, but shortly afterward, she died unexpectedly of pneumonia in 2018. Her family was denied access to the full autopsy report, and the official cause of death has been met with skepticism. Many believe Porter was silenced because she knew too much, a theory that gains traction when paired with Gibson's claims about ritualistic abuse in Hollywood. The parallels to Jeffrey Epstein's case are hard to ignore. Like Epstein, Diddy is accused of operating in a world of private islands, exclusive parties, and powerful connections. Epstein's Lolita Express reportedly ferried high-profile figures to his private island, and similar patterns emerge in Diddy's orbit. His Los Angeles mansion survived wildfires that destroyed Gibson's home, raising eyebrows about his untouchable status. Diddy's public camaraderie with figures like Jimmy Kimmel, where they jokingly discussed running for president, hints at the tight-knit nature of these elite circles. Meanwhile, Epstein's pilot testified that musicians, producers, and politicians were frequent passengers on his flights, yet few names have been publicly disclosed. The overlap between these networks, Diddy, Jay-Z, Clive Davis, suggests a shared ecosystem where silence is bought and secrets are currency. Jay-Z, another titan of the music industry, has also been named in lawsuits. Busby's case accused both Diddy and Jay-Z of assaulting a 13-year-old girl in 2000. Though the case against Jay-Z was dropped by February 2025, its mere existence sent shockwaves through the industry. Former One Direction member Liam Payne once described an unsettling encounter with Diddy and Jay-Z, noting an evil vibe and a prolonged handshake that left him uneasy. These anecdotes, combined with insider testimonies, paint a picture of an industry where power protects predators. Figures like Lucien Grange, Jimmy Iovine, and Harve Pierre, alleged architects of this system, have yet to face charges, suggesting their influence shields them from scrutiny. Gibson's warnings about satanic rituals in Hollywood, once dismissed as unhinged, now seem less far-fetched. Survivors of alleged assaults have described events that mirror ritualistic practices, with music videos and performances laced with symbols like inverted crosses and blood-soaked imagery. These elements, often passed off as artistic expression, take on new meaning when viewed through the lens of trafficking allegations. Diddy's Love Island and the tapes Porter allegedly found raise questions about whether these gatherings were more than parties, perhaps ceremonial in nature, designed to entangle and control. Whistleblowers like Jaguar Wright and Audrey English, a former adult actress, have faced backlash for speaking out. Wright has been labeled bitter and unstable, yet her claims about Diddy, Jay-Z, and others are gaining traction as lawsuits mount. English, who alleged coercion at Diddy's parties, only came forward after others did, highlighting the fear that keeps victims silent. The pattern is clear. Those who speak out are discredited, while the powerful remain untouchable. Speculation about AI blackmail and deepfake technology adds another layer of intrigue. Insiders suggest celebrities are filmed in compromising situations with footage, real or manipulated, used as leverage. This technology, now a billion-dollar industry, could explain why so many stars conform to the industry's demands, their personalities and messages shifting overnight. Gibson's response has been to act quietly but decisively. He's avoided splashy press tours, instead funding projects like Sound of Freedom, which grossed over $40 million in a single week despite being shunned by major studios. His collaboration with Ballard provided real-world impact, from editing the film to sharing intelligence that saved lives in Ukraine. As more victims come forward and lawsuits expose the industry's underbelly, Gibson's warnings are proving prescient. This isn't just about Diddy or even Hollywood. It's about a global system of exploitation where wealth and power silence the innocent. The question now is whether the truth will dismantle this machine or be buried by those who profit from it.